Y'all ready?
Let's get it.
Welcome back to another episode of Requested Good Company. We got a special guest with us today. We got Kygh. Shout out to the homie.
What's good? What's good, y'all? What's good?
So today we are shooting the best NFL defensive players of all time. In preparation for the upcoming NFL season, we're going to do this and we're going to see what it goes down. Our order has been predetermined. It goes KT, me, Kygh, then CK. So Townsend, go ahead and set us off.
All right, cool. So for my first pick, you know what it is. He probably got the best signature dance move in the NFL. Feel me? Ray Lewis.
That's strong. That's strong.
Feel me?
Okay.
Strong start.
Just straight.
Yeah. No, yeah, no. Yeah, I ain't got much on that.
12-time Pro Bowler. Yeah.
Yeah, he's covered.
Super Bowl MVP. That's cool.
Game changer. It's cool. But all right, go ahead.
He got a body on him. But we ain't got to talk about that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Hey.
Scary.
That's what make him even more of a force on the field. Like, hey, this man probably gonna kill me at the game, man.
Yeah.
I feel like anybody that played linebacker was always wanted to be like Ray Lewis. Like anybody who played that inside backer situation. The number 2 pick. Give me Lawrence Taylor.
Say less.
He's one of the rare people who played his whole career with the Giants. He's on NFL's top 100 of all time as the last defensive player picked. So some would say he's the best defensive player in the NFL of all time. 132 and a half sacks over his career. Huge numbers. Immaculate. Most games that he played, he was on cocaine. We found that out in a recent interview, but that's okay. It was a different time period. He's one of
them sacks.
He's one of only 2 defensive players to ever be named NFL MVP. I don't see how the numbers could fight anything about him.
That's solid.
Say less. Can't disagree with it.
No disagreement. That's good. This is a good start.
So far the first 2 make sense. You know, we'll do these drafts sometimes, and the first picks don't always. The first round could be like, how'd he go in the first round? You feel me? That could happen.
But that's 1 and 2, not in that order.
1 and 2, yeah, we're good. So far, so good.
Okay, cool. Kygh, what you got?
So it's on me. So I'm gonna take it back a little further. For you guys. I'm gonna go with Bruce Smith, DN for the Bills and the Redskins, now the Commanders. Guy is the all-time leader in sacks with 200 in 2019 season, maybe dang near 20. But you're saying basically the guy averaged double-digit sacks every year in the league for almost 20 years. 11-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, I know I would have, LT Lawrence Taylor would have been my, that was a pick that got taken up from me.
Okay, that's fine.
But I would go with Bruce Smith. I mean, you can't. I mean, 10 double digits every year for 20 years. I mean, come on now. What are we talking about here?
I'm happy.
I'm not mad at all.
I'm not mad either. I'm happy you put the caveat that like you would have chose Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, I would have. That still would have been that would have been the pick before. I agree.
Okay, so Kyle, even if you would have had the first pick, you'd have took LT.
No, but I'm saving my pick because I don't think he's going to give. I'm saving him for the next round because I don't think nobody's going to pick him.
Okay,
that's risky.
It's
risky. Go ahead. Because Chris got 2 picks.
Strategy,
right?
First round, pick number 4, best NFL players of all time on the same defense with KT's pick. The best defensive back to ever do it.
Yeah.
Safety with the longest interception return of all time, 107 yards to the crib. Peyton Manning's nightmare. He told the story about how he set Peyton up the whole season, reading the route one way. And then when they met him in the playoffs, Peyton thought, okay, he's been doing this all season. I should be open over the top. Reggie Wayne. Ed Reed's like, I got you. Ed Reed, bro. Ed Reed from the U was killing it at the U. And I don't even like to say that too loud because I ain't crazy about it. But from the U to Baltimore, when you talk about talent, when you talk about passion for the game, when you talk about just having the knowledge for it and being able to be a playmaker out there, first round pick number 4, give me Ed Reed.
That's a good pick. That was gonna be my next pick.
This is a strong first round, y'all.
Finally, right?
Every single pick that we picked is in the Hall of Fame.
Dogs.
There's no crazy picks. There were
Dogs.
consistent. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. I like that. I like that. We shouldn't have any craziness from the comments until round 2. And
yeah, now it's time to get spicy.
In round 2,
Come on, CK.
pick number 1. He came in the league. He gave you 10 up, 10 down. Only one to come in the league for 10 years and have 10 Pro Bowls. Defensive line champion. They beat the Bengals in 22. Give me Aaron Donald, round 2, pick number 1 for my second pick.
That's straight.
Hey, we got something to say. Let's talk about it.
I mean, I appreciate that you waited to the second round for recency bias wise. I appreciate you holding off on that.
Has anybody done it? Has anybody done it better than Aaron Donald? D-line?
Are we talking about all pro nods? I mean, I really can't. I give that to him. I would say sack wise, Pro Bowl wise, there's been better, but in terms of the all pro, which is major key, there's nobody done that like him. So
I feel like numbers wise, there's one out there. Somebody's getting ready to snag him. There's one out there that I thought about, but man, there have been times I'm watching Aaron Donald. He might have 3 or 4 people guarding him, like, to make sure. Like I just feel like they adjusted to it a lot different.
For that long, for that length, I mean, for 10 years, I mean, it really was the same from start to end. He didn't need double, triple block. I mean,
10 up, 10 down.
Yes, I mean, that is very, he never really fell off. Like even this last year, like he was still that guy. So I'm not mad with it.
I hate to be this guy, but if we're talking about defensive players of all time, it's hard to say a 10-year person was he the second defensive lineman off the board today? Like, I don't think he's number 2.
What do you mean? Are you saying you need longer than 10 years?
Well, in a game that we're playing now, that people are playing 14.
Oh, because the
10 years and then
rules.
stopping with what? One championship? No MVPs? Did he get the MVP in that?
No, Cooper Kupp did. Shout out to Kupp.
You see what I'm saying? It's like the accolades aren't forming there for me for 10 years. But that's the problem. Everybody's saying he's going to the Hall of Fame, but he's got 10 years with no accolades. I don't see how it's going to happen 20 years from now when people forget about him.
But that was my emphasis.
Not even Hall of Fame, first ballot Hall of Fame.
That's what they're saying. Yeah, but I don't see how that's going to happen in the future when Sophie's picking and she's like, "Who's Aaron Donald?"
Won't happen.
That's what I'm saying. First ballot.
You don't think it'll happen?
In 5 years, he's
accolades.
The names are still going to be relevant.
Hey, a dog.
Right now,
all pros. Every accolade you're looking for is there. The only D lineman that's playing longer than 10 years is people who didn't manage their money right. Like this is not a sport you got to play real long.
Let your clocks play
Like
too.
if you need the bread, yeah, go ahead and tough it out for 2-3 more years on top of 10. But bro, you 10 up, 10 down like Donald.
I was going to say,
he has nothing to prove.
Hold on a second. What LT? How long was he in the league for again?
He's got an NFL MVP. There's only 2 defensive players ever to get that.
So that
let's just answer the question. Let's just see how long did since 10's an issue. Let's just double check how long did Lawrence Taylor play?
Yeah,
he played 13 years. Also for the same team. Also, how many accolades? We're talking accolades here. We're talking about best of all time. How do you measure best of all time? Not by feelings. You by accolades. Right?
Guess how many Pro Bowls he's got?
Hold on. Before and you say, I know you don't need to reveal. So you're saying after
we're talking about Pro Bowls where they play dodgeball?
No, we're talking about all pros.
Play the game
all pros. All pros the one. But Smooth, I just want to see on you because I'm
going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I won't find Aaron Donald in here, but I'll find Lawrence Taylor.
Based off your picks, so you're saying, and you're saving them. There's other people at his position that you consider better.
Yes.
Okay.
With more accolades.
With better accolades.
I think it's the time frame for me. If he made played 3 or 4 more years, maybe he would have got some more accolades, but he don't have that.
Since we're on accolades, first team All Pro, Lawrence Taylor, 8 times.
9.
What's my Wikipedia and what's yours saying?
I'm not on Wikipedia. I'm on Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Was AD was he all 10 or what was that?
9 All Pros, 9 interceptions, 10 Pro Bowls, 132 sacks. Aaron Donald don't got that. 13 scissors. And an MVP. MVP. Y'all are not hearing this. NFL MVP.
Aaron Donald's got 111 sacks in 3 less years. So you got to think. You're taking away what were they playing? 16 games. So 32 less games.
Y'all playing 16 games. Lawrence Taylor and then was playing 10.
Yeah, all right.
Come on, bro.
I don't know.
All right, we get caught up. It's debatable. We getting caught up though. It's debatable.
One more thing. Lawrence Taylor also was playing in the hardest conference in the NFL.
Okay.
Yeah, with the most championships.
We kind of get lost.
Bro, he's playing with the hardest competition. The most championships in the NFL is in the NFC East.
So with me, I'm gonna go with the hometown guy. When I mean hometown, I mean statewide guy, Fort Wayne. After Ed, I would say I would consider him the best safety in history. And I'm gonna go with my guy, fellow light skinned Rob Woodson.
Dog. I'm scared to death of Kygh's picks.
No, it's not a. Hey, KT,
Rod Woodson
all day.
Rod Woodson, 70 career picks in a career with about, I want to say, end up being 15 years, 16 years, and he got hurt in his last year. But the year before that was his 16th year. His 16th year, he played a full 16 games. Dude had 8 picks in his 16th year in the league. Dude came in 87, left out at 03 to 02. He had 16 sacks. Dude, for that longevity. Let's see how many pros it was. He was an all pro about 6-7 years, countless Pro Bowls. But you can't name me besides Ed, you can't name me a better safety.
I got 2, but since this is a draft, I'm gonna have to chill.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Again, like 70 picks.
Yeah.
And dude was having, and as he got older, he got better. Like that was even the scary part. Like,
no, that's respectable for sure. That's fair.
CK, I probably know this probably way before your time.
You know,
you don't need. Did you just tell me this? Did you ever even see Rob Woodson play?
No, I ain't gonna hold you.
Say less. All right, Smooth. Go ahead, man. It's on you, dog.
But we're talking about defenses and we're talking about safeties. But have you?
He was like, Spikes, I'm gonna take his soul. And I was like, well,
okay.
I'm gonna take his soul. I want to see how bad he wants to play. Next play, they run a crowd behind me. Brian Dawkins. I said, oh my goodness. He gets up over him. Just saying, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I don't know what he's on, but I want some before the next game, though. I like
better with the Broncos.
I like B-Dog.
He was better with the Broncos.
Oh, you're insane. You're insane. Oh my gosh.
He was playing the Broncos?
I can't wait to play this clip. No, hecky no, bro. The Philadelphia Eagles select Brian Dawkins out of Clemson in the second round, 61 pick overall, but never to be limited under the number 2 best safety in the league. Boy, are you kidding me? 16th season, best speeches. I used to listen to his speech before football games. He said, "Can you feel it?"
Hold on. So we going off speeches now? Speeches, that's criteria. I'm glad. I wish I would have told me this.
Like leadership wise, okay.
Yeah, leadership. I didn't know that's what we were.
Yeah, but I thought about
639
players.
total tackles, 154 assists, 26 sacks as a freaking safety, 19 fumble recoveries, 37 interceptions. He was selected to play in 9 Pro Bowls.
Didn't Rob Wilson have 70?
He had. Listen to me.
So half of those?
Hey, when you're on your own team, bro, and he's playing in a weaker division, yet again, do I got to go to the division? He has one of the best. He has one of the best careers after football as well. He has one of the best-selling books by an NFL player called "Blessed by the Best," Brian Dawkins. Weapon X, bro. Let's just put it like that. Y'all know who he is. From him. Let's just get serious.
We talked about because his book did good. You making a case for best player ever?
I was just throwing out extras because you in a book club. I figured you'd like somebody who's a little educated, a little.
I mean, if that's what we were doing, then
we go.
Y'all tell me realistically that he's not great, or y'all just
they were both in that same style. I don't know. Could we say maybe John Lynch would it be a fair argument for that?
Are you guys trying to win the draft, or are y'all discrediting Brian Dawkins? And that's all.
I'm not discrediting. I'm just saying.
We asking valid. Okay, but when it was Aaron Donald, it was not the stats, right? Like that was your angle. But now Brian Dawkins got half the production of what Ron Woodson got, and we over here like, okay, are y'all pardoned or y'all being for real?
I wish interceptions were the only reason to be a safety. You have to make tackles.
No, I agree with that. I mean, I have no.
He's a good leader for sure.
So you're telling me he's not a good safety? Say it. Say it from your mouth, bro.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you.
Say it from your mouth.
How many tackles did he have?
You're gonna be stand on
it. How many tackles did he have, Smooth?
639 solo tackles as a safety.
That's not. That,
it again, is insane that you guys are acting like Brian Dawkins is not one of the greatest of all times in the
Smooth. I'm just going to tell you, Smooth, right now. You got one more.
Eagles slanders.
If you got one more pick, Smooth. If you don't pick who I know you should pick, I'm gonna be very, very upset.
Is it Eagles slander? Is that what we're getting at?
Okay, so when it's Donald, it's production. But now that it's an Eagle, we can't talk about the production's lacking. Can we say that much?
No,
can we say that the production is lacking?
No, the problem with Donald was accolades, was it not? Accolades in time.
What's going to lead to accolades? Like production's just separate from.
But he didn't get any. What accolades did he get?
And what are you talking? 8-time first team All Pro. What are you doing?
Accolades.
Okay, how many All Pros?
All Pro carries a lot of weight, Smooth. It does carry.
All right. Moving right along. For my second pick, I gotta go to the black and yellow. Give me that light-skinned dude with the good hair. Give me that light-skinned dude with the good hair.
Let's debate. Yep, yeah. Let's pause.
Yeah.
Let's pause.
Only thing I can say is that it sucked that he played in the same time span as Ed, because it makes Troy seem illegitimate because he played in the same time as Ed, but Troy was that dog. So
Are we
Definitely.
talking about the Head and Shoulders guy?
Yeah.
Dog, just dog playmaker.
He wrote a book
then
though.
it was
His book's
like
good.
then it was like he played at the same time, but his name was still known. You feel me? Like
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it really, there's nothing to discredit Troy other than the fact that he played.
Okay, so for KT and Kygh, Troy or Brian Dawkins?
It's not close. I can't believe we're thinking about this, y'all. This is insane.
No, because my pick's Troy.
It's just different because to me, no. So listen, it's two different styles.
Are gonna go crazy.
It's two different styles.
To me, talk about.
To me, Brian Dawkins was the enforcer of the defense. He can make the surefire tackle. You knew that he was like just the enforcer. Troy, when you need to make a play, when you need to make a turnover, when you need to call something to shake in the game, you knew Troy was that. So it comes down to it. Do you want a playmaker or somebody that is going to be a defensive enforcer? For what we're going now as defensive players of all time, I probably would have to lean towards the playmaker. So I probably have to go Troy.
Yeah, I'm with you.
He was that clutch player, bro.
Like so
like,
much.
You needed
like
a play made.
He was so much. Like safeties, like on the 1 yard line, causing the fumbles, making the pick when you needed to turn over.
Jumping the snap. He jumped over the line to block the field goal. Bro, Brian Dawkins don't have that in him. Like he could do. Brian Dawkins could do what Brian Dawkins does.
I don't really.
Troy's different. It's a different.
That's why again I keep on enforcing John Lynch just because I feel like they had more similar play style. Like Troy and Brian Dawkins, that's just apples and oranges to me. Like they're just two different safeties.
Yeah. And Troy's a bad man.
That's it. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I got one more. All right. Let's go back to the trenches.
Got an honorable mention because I know somebody's missing somebody.
But my next pick, I'm torn between two, but I'm gonna go with Paul Cruz.
Who? Bruh.
Terry Crews.
No way. Ain't no way.
Paul Cruz, look him up. Look him up, and then you tell me. Look him up.
Because you looked him up. And now you like
no.
Hold on, now I know he ain't talking about.
I
know he ain't talking about the movie Paul Cruz. I know he ain't talking about Adam Sandler.
He's talking about the longest yard, Terry Crews on that.
Yeah, longest yard.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is hilarious. Never heard of him.
I would have said my name if I'd have made it to the NFL.
Oh, you done ran out of picks, basically.
Bro, this is who showed up.
No, thanks.
He ran out of picks.
Yeah.
Say less.
But
it's all good, dog. You ran out. It's all good.
So I'm gonna go with my third pick, Julius Peppers.
Man, get off the internet, bro.
Saying this last.
I thought about it.
I wouldn't have wasted a pick on that Panther.
But I know I got my pick. Smooth, you better. Smooth, if you don't take this, I'm gonna be very disappointed because
Tell us a little about Julius Peppers or ask Chris about him. I need to know about it.
Oh, he was a dog.
A dog, absolute dog. Used to hoop at North Carolina too.
Come on now. Bro, did you not hear when Nelly had him in the song, bro?
Talk to him.
Bro, he's infamous, bro. Which one of y'all was in the rap song, bro? Or any song, bro? Country song, R&B song, bro. Come on.
So with my final pick, it's my turn, right?
Smooth, you better get this right. You better.
Have y'all ever heard of the Minister of Defense?
There we go. There.
Reggie White, an Eagle. He's definitely an Eagle, bro. Played more seasons with the Eagles. Recorded most of his sacks as the number 2 sack leader of all time with 198 Eagles. Did you also know, fun fact, he was a preacher at the age of 17? So you see this.
Didn't he win his Player of the Year with the Packers though?
Christopher, I need you to know 2 things. You slander the Eagles too much.
I ain't say nothing about the Eagles.
Why are you trying to take Eagles players away?
One, this is. I didn't
Just
try to
because your
take
team doesn't
Dawkins
have
away.
any
I
talent.
think Troy's better than Dawkins.
Honestly, hold
That settled.
up.
And Kyle knows why I done that. But this is a whole different. Like you're talking. It's almost like if Dawkins won a Player of the Year with the Broncos, and you're claiming him as an Eagle. He's both, bro.
Time out. Y'all just suggestion going forward. You should have put a caveat in here that we can't pick players on our favorite team. Y'all should have.
If they're the best, they're the best. You pick the best, and I pick the best.
Yeah, should have put the caveat in there. Because bro, you done picked out dang near your whole team.
Pick 2 out of 3.
That's most, bro. Come on now.
Hey, you go with what you know. Just I don't want to end up like Townsend having to pause and have to find people. Don't want Townsend stealing people off of Chris's team, who only has 5 seasons in the NFL in general.
Hey, guess who Reggie White finished his career with? Oh, all right.
Who?
Carolina Panthers.
Who did he retire from?
Carolina Panthers was his last season.
Oh my gosh! Signed to
his last season was his last season with the Panthers or not?
Is he in the Panthers Hall of Fame? Does the Panthers have a Hall of Fame? Do they own one of those?
Man,
they've been around long enough.
A Panther was just taken the pick before yours, so
no, I'm saying act like a team Hall of Fame.
Yep,
you don't have that many seasons. You started in 2005.
I don't know how the Panthers came up.
0
on Reggie. Hey.
So is he?
But it's a good pick. Let's not get past that. Dawkins was questionable, but this one is a good pick.
I told you if he didn't pick Reggie White, I was going to be upset.
Reggie White, Lawrence Taylor, and Brian Dawkins. Y'all are telling me that's not the greatest 3 that we've got in this group right now. You're wrong. But go ahead. Picks his own Kyle.
Okay. All right.
And it's well stacked. There's a linebacker, there's a defensive lineman, and there's a safety.
Let's see.
A decent safety.
You're welcome.
Go ahead, Kyle.
I'll do this rigmarole that Chris wants to do about finding people on different positions. I'll do this. I'll play your game. That's what he did. I'll play your game.
I think with my pick, I am going to go back to the guy who set the tone, who became the model that everybody wanted to make their linebacker for. He is the guy that everybody from pretty much, I mean, most people, players today, they don't know because it's a long time ago, but Ray wanted to be like him. Mike Singletary wanted to be like him. I'm gonna go with Dick Buckus for the final pick.
It's a good pick. He was the number 1 linebacker on the NFL's top 100 thing of all time.
Yeah, Dick. I mean, Dick, and I'm putting it more so like Dick is everybody who we admire today models their play because of who Dick was. You saying a run stopper, an enforcer who ran the defense, who could cover sideline to sideline. Dick was that first and was a model for every generation afterwards, every generation of linebacker afterwards that wanted to be like that. So I'm gonna go with Dick for my final one.
Sounds like because you say Dick.
I would have said Dick one more time.
Hey, you don't never miss a pause. Hey, it ain't got to be like that.
Nah,
man. I got a good honorable mention because I know Chris ain't picking this guy. And I just knew Townsend was gonna pick him.
Cool.
No, go first.
Bet. To finish up this draft, it's been a good draft, fellas. I feel like for the most part, it was reasonable picks throughout. First round was strong. Second round, we had to work through some stuff. And then third round, I think we came back strong. So I like what's going on. For me, another playmaker. I normally wouldn't do 2 DBs, but because the safety position and the cornerback position are different, I'm headed to ATL.
Okay.
Because it was a show anytime he was on the field. And now he's head coach.
Nobody
he's head coach. at Colorado. Give me prime time. Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders, man. An absolute threat out there, an absolute playmaker. And there's a certain way that he plays the game that I can appreciate because not only is he talking the talk, he's walking the walk. Like, some people get out on that field in the battle lines and they don't want to say too much. They just want to keep it what it is. And I guess there's something to that. But for somebody to go out there and let you know, oh, I'm locking you up, and then go and do it, that's beautiful to me. Prime time. And now his son's about to be in the league next year. Colorado Buffs. I mean, he's shout out to Jackson State where he started. He wouldn't have had a head coach experience if it wasn't for Jackson State. They took a chance on him, and he killed it there. And now he's going on to do bigger, better things. But I shout out to him, Hall of Famer, Gold Jacket, Deion Sanders to finish up this draft.
They going bowling next year, CK?
They should. I ain't got no bread on it, but they should.
What's crazy to me is, so at the beginning of this, Kurt laid a parameter, right?
It's just federal, man. It's crazy.
A secondary player, linebacker, defensive lineman. So Kurt likes to do this thing where he swindles his way to getting 2 DBs. Townsend should have picked Deion Sanders off rip. Let's be honest. I just think that was kind of lame, but it's okay.
It's an interesting draft. It's been an interesting draft tonight. I can't. I mean, nobody's picks. I can't disagree with. I mean,
Kygh, Kygh, since you're the guest,
yeah,
who do you think of the three? Include yourself. Who do you think won this draft?
You can't include yourself.
That's fine.
Everybody pick who they would think would win without.
Review everybody's picks again.
All right. So I got Ed Reed, Deion, and Aaron Donald. One more time. Ed Reed, Deion Sanders, and Aaron Donald. Yeah.
Got Ray Lewis, Palomalu, and Julius Peppers.
Okay.
I got Lawrence Taylor, the only one on this that has ever won NFL MVP. I got Brian Dawkins,
who's got a good book.
And I got Reggie White, number 2 on the all-time sack leader. It's not close.
So rank us 1 through 3.
You didn't follow the list either.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor's labeled as a linebacker his whole career.
Oh, that's true.
But when I do it,
that's a linebacker, defensive end, and a safety. That's 3 different positions.
Oh, so I probably go Smooth 1, CK 2, Townsend 3.
Turn me up.
Comments, let us know. Kyle, it's been all right. No, I'm playing.
Turn me up.
LT and Reggie alone. I mean, I'm thinking about when I'm visualizing, I'm thinking, okay, if they are all playing in their prime, it always comes down to me, what's more valuable, an elite pass rush or elite coverage? And pass rush always takes
the pass rush, yep.
My honorable mention pick, I got Richard Sherman. When he was in his prime, bro, he was a problem. And the people could not handle him. You know why? Because he was educated.
We might as well go with Josh Norman if we're going to do that kind of thing.
I just liked Richard Sherman back in the day. That Legion of Boom team was nasty.
That's the honorable mention is the whole unit. Like the reason
I liked Richard Sherman specifically because of his interviews. I'm not saying that's why he's not picked in the greatest of all time, but he was a lockdown corner in his prime.
He had
over the top. Chancellor wasn't happening.
The most valuable piece of the LOB to me was Earl Thomas.
Earl's in the middle, making sure nothing's going crazy.
Had all the block.
So
could knock you out and be a playmaker.
I have another honorable mention. Brian Urlacher for the Bears. He was nasty.
Great pick.
And him and Lance Briggs.
He was when Hit Stick Fernley came out on the game. That was me on the sticks.
Yeah.
He had everybody knocking balls fumbled everywhere.
Yeah, that's a nice honorable mention.
I know we're not talking.
Hey,
I know we're not talking about
KC killing
anymore.
me.
I know we're not talking about all around teams, but I do want to just put my 2 cents out there that the Bears, I still, and I'm not even a Bears guy, but it still upsets me that that organization failed with that elite defense. When you had, they were still great. You had Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs, Peanut Tillman, and JP, who was still 30 years old, all on one defense, plus the Super Bowl back in the day, that you had like multiple Hall of Famers on your defense, and you couldn't win one Super Bowl still.
Honorable mentions for me, I think injuries and especially concussion protocol, as we're starting to learn more about it, limited this player. But when he was on the field, he was a tactician. He was outstanding. He knew every play. He was a film genius. He's got the hours in study hall, and it was just impressive to see his run. Middle linebacker, shout out Luke Kuechly. Cornerback for the Raiders, from my memory, and I could have this completely mixed up, but Charles Woodson, I give him all the credit. He killed, especially coming out of college, Michigan, Big Blue, right? Yeah. So those two are my honorable mention. A lot of my picks were taken. I had Reggie White and Julius Peppers both queued up, so I can't hate too much on some of those picks. But yeah, those are my honorable mentions. I'm gonna send it to KT.
My honorable mention is JJ Watt. I couldn't think of that man name to save my life. JJ Watt, he was the dog when he was in there. On to the next.
Yeah. All right, Kyle, special guest for the evening. We appreciate having you, man. And let's do your honorable mention.
For me, I'm gonna go out with the fave, man. I'm gonna go with Ty Law, 50 pick corner, and would have been more, but he became such a lockdown that teams stopped throwing to him. You could put him on the island. He was the Revis before Revis. So I'll definitely go with that.
If somebody would have taken Revis, I wouldn't have been mad.
Yeah, he couldn't have been mad at that.
Yeah.
I feel like safeties are so much, because corners are harder position, so it's harder to be elite.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, no, Revis. I want to say Revis only has like 30 picks.
That's it, folks. We appreciate Kyle for joining us, and we're always requesting good company.